And first, I have a question for you. You often read magazines and newspaper in English?
Rarely.
So what can you learn from them?
New words, structures, writing style.
Magazine and newspaper not only help people to get information, but it also very useful for teachers to teach vocabulary to students in classroom. And today we would like to introduce a new method of teaching vocabulary by newspapers and magazine. And first, I'd like to give a few words about the importance of magazines and newspapers. First, magazines and newspapers can provide motivation for students in reading and discussion, so students feel interested in discovering new things from magazines and newspapers, so they can learn better. And the second reason is that through magazines and newspapers, it can make learning process more funny and it helps to relax. It helps students to discover new things in the real world, interesting things. And the third reason is magazine and newspaper bridge the gap between classroom and the real world. You know that the scientific knowledge in textbook or in classroom is quite different from what happens in real world. So magazines and newspaper not only help students to learn vocabulary, but it also provide useful information in all aspects in the world. And the fourth reason is that when the students are out to read magazines and newspaper in classroom, it can build a good reading habits for students, so it can last for a long time. And the fifth is that a newspaper and magazine is a cost-effective way for students to educate. They do not have to spend much money on newspaper and magazine. They still learn very useful things from them. And the final, most important thing from magazines and newspaper is that magazines and newspaper contain very useful practical words as the best model, so that the students can learn and can imitate such useful words in their studying. And so now we'd like to introduce some useful activities so the teachers can apply them in teaching vocabulary via newspapers and magazines. The first activity we'd like to subject is arranging sequencing. And in this activity, there are three main steps. The first step is that the teacher arranges students to work in groups, and then the student provide each group with several disorder cut-off pieces of information. And finally, the student asks students to arrange the story or the information of the news in correct order. In this activity, the student can be trained to brainstorm, to understand the logic information in the news or in the magazine. And the second activity is expand the vocabulary. In this activity, the student also be able to work in groups. The second is the teacher divide piece of newspaper for students, and then the teacher asks students to find unfamiliar words or new words which they found in the magazines and newspaper, and the teacher asks students to get the meaning of such new words in newspaper based on the context or based on the magazine. And finally, the teacher correct and check such new words. Through this activity, the student can accumulate their new words, their vocabulary, and different meaning. And the third activity is short and verified. In this activity, the student also be asked to work in group. And the second step is teacher give some newspaper categories, for example, news, entertainment, and advertising. And third, the teacher will give some paper for students. And the fourth step is the teacher asks students to find the noun, adjectives, and verb which is related to such category about news, entertainment, advertising. And the last step is the teacher asks students to put sub-noun verb adjective into appropriate categories. In this type of activity, so the students can be trained to classify the parts of speech, and they can know more new words related to particular topics. And that's about the 3 activities I'd like to introduce with you. As we come to the last activity, you have me to continue. Can you please?
Yeah. Thanks. Now I'm going to continue with the fourth activity. It's a map. Do you know about this activity? Do you know anything about this map?
I think this activity helps students to read the map and know some words about location.
Location is a geography. Yes. And to help you understand more about this activity, I will give you some guys. First of all, it will divide the students into groups. Depending on the number of the students, you can divide them into group 2 or 4, or it's up to you. It's suitable for you. Then you give them a piece of news. A piece of news. It's maybe it's some clip or some piece of news on the newspaper, on the magazine. That is help the students understand more about it. And the first one is help the students explore a map of the world and choose a map related to the news. It's ask our students to have some knowledge of the geography, and suppose is ask the student to use the map to answer some questions about it. To help you understand clearly about this, I'm going to give you for example. It's the news about this city. Do you know about this city?
Yes.
Yes. Which countries it is in?
England.
Okay. And do you know about its capital?
London.
Okay, London. And do you know about some countries around England? Wales. Scotland. That is you have know about the tool how to do this activity, and now let's practice. I will give you the new.
Debris and clothes carpet 15, a stark reminder of how one of the most festive events in the Cambodian calendar quickly descended into Hong Kong's lives before they aired to a mounting death toll. Gerald Tan, Al Jazeera.
Wow. Do you know about this event?
Yes.
That is very terrible in Cambodian. And that is for the news. And now you will work in group of four, and now is a piece of the newspaper about this event. And now I would give a group of 4. Have you finished? Finished. Okay. Now, group 1, could you tell me the answer for the first question, please?
I think it's a city near Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh. Let's check. Correct. And the group 2, the second question.
I think it's the Cambodian.
Cambodian. That's so easy. And the group, sorry, it's me that capital country is problem is, and the first question. Who can answer this question? Maybe it's a bit difficult. Who can answer this question?
Cambodian is like
No. Who? No English. Vietnamese.
no. Malaysian.
Okay, let's check. Come. That is the language of the Cambodian people often speak. And now it's the prizes questions. Who can answer this?
Asia.
Asia.
Yes.
Yeah, so easy. And the last question. Okay, this group. Can you? Hi.
This is Vietnam.
Vietnam. Come on.
Laos. Malaysia.
That's all.
Thailand.
I want to ask answer. Green. Thailand.
Add more Thailand.
Anymore? Good. Okay, now I will give you this. It's around Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, and the government. And